This is the Eufy X10 Pro Omni robot vacuum, and I've been using it long enough to know where it shines and where it needs some help. Setup was simple. I scanned the QR code, followed the on-screen diagrams, and was cleaning in under 10 minutes. The dock is big though. I had to clear space so it could sit with room on both sides and in front. That size pays off later because the station empties the dust bin, washes the mop pads with clean water, dries them with heated air, and refills the robot's water tank. That's the whole pitch of this product. Less daily fuss. Key features that matter in real life start with suction and mopping power. The spec sheet says 8,000 PA. If you're new to this, PA is just a way to express suction strength. On my carpets, that number feels real. In Turbo or Max, it pulls up sand, pet hair, and fine dust that my older vac couldn't touch. I get those satisfying vacuum lines, and the carpet fluffs back up. On hard floors, it's more nuanced. From my experience, pickup can be hit or miss with very light, scatter-prone stuff like cat litter. I noticed that when the brush doesn't seal well against the floor, debris can skate around. I also saw more hair wrapping than I'd like on the stock bristle and rubber brush. Long human hair wound around the roller and end caps, and the auto detangle didn't fully clear it. I swapped to the optional all-rubber brush that Eufy sells, and that fixed most of my hair woes. The mop system is the standout. 2 pads spin at 180 RPM with about 1 kilogram of downward pressure. It's not just wiping, it's scrubbing. Dried coffee and juice came up without me spot treating first. Muddy prints and sticky spills disappeared in a pass or two. When it senses carpet, the mop lifts by 12 millimeters, and I never had damp carpet edges. There's an edge-hugging mode where the robot angles itself along baseboards so the rear mops can reach closer to the wall. It works, but it takes longer and uses more battery and water. I turn it on only for kitchen and entryway resets. I did run into a weird behavior over time with water delivery. After a firmware update, the robot sometimes returned with mop pads drier than they should be mid-clean, which led to streaks. Manually sending it back to the dock to refresh water worked, but it shouldn't need babysitting. It feels software-related because the hardware still washes and dries like normal. I'm hoping a future update locks this down. Navigation has been great for me. The top LiDAR maps the house quickly. My first map took around 10 minutes, and it was accurate enough that I could immediately split rooms and add no-go or no-mop zones. If you haven't used LiDAR before, think of it as laser-based room scanning that helps the robot plan paths and see in the dark. The AI.C camera avoids common clutter, cables, socks, shoes, dog toys, even at night. I didn't have a single instance where it got wedged under furniture. It does act a little cautious around table legs, sometimes leaving a small ring of uncleaned space. On heavy mess days, I occasionally turn obstacle avoidance off to make sure it doesn't respect large crumbs as obstacles. The Eufy Clean app is powerful, but it takes a minute to learn. I like that I can choose vacuum only, mop only, or both, and fine-tune suction and water flow. Scenarios are the star. I made a post-meal cleanup that hits the kitchen and dining area with higher suction and more water, and I can start that with a single tap. There are a couple things that slow me down. I can't set different cleaning settings per room in a single scheduled run. If I want low suction in bedrooms and high suction in the entry, I have to create separate schedules or use scenarios. Also, there's no cloud backup for maps, so if you replace the unit, you rebuild maps and settings from scratch. Not a deal breaker, just a heads up. Battery life is fine for a typical day, but not endless. My place is around 1,800 square feet, and a full vacuum and mop usually triggers a recharge halfway through. Recharge and resume works reliably. It returns, juices up, and picks up where it left off. Deep cleaning modes and edge mopping eat battery faster. The robot itself is pretty quiet while cleaning. The loud moment is when the dock self-empties. It's a quick burst of noise, like a strong hand vac. Voice prompts are frequent out of the box. I turn them down. Maintenance shifts from the robot to the station. I empty the dirty water tank before it starts to smell and rinse the tray under the robot in the dock because grime collects there. The dust bag in the dock is big at 2.5 liters. In my place, it lasts a month or two. I also swap between the 2 washable mop cloths I have, so one set is drying while the other is in use. That keeps pad freshness consistent and reduces the chance of lingering odor. If you have long hair in the household, plan to clean or upgrade the brush. If you're mostly on hard floors and deal with light debris like litter or cereal, be ready to adjust settings or do a quick pass with the robot set to higher suction and obstacle avoidance off for that run. About size and placement, the dock isn't subtle. It's tall and deep because it houses clean and dirty water tanks, the dust bag, and the washing and drying system. In my opinion, the trade-off is worth it if you want hands-free mopping and auto-emptying. If space is tight, measure before you commit. On accessories and integrations, I used voice control with Amazon Echo for quick starts and spot jobs, and it worked fine. The filter is a cloth type, and it clogs faster than I expected with fine dust, so I rinse it more often than the app suggests. That keeps suction consistent and avoids musty smells. It's perfect for someone who values mopping as much as vacuuming. If your floors are mostly hard surfaces with rugs or some carpet, and you want your mop pads washed and dried automatically, this system makes daily upkeep easier. From my experience, the combination of heated drying and mid-clean pad washing is what separates it from mop-only bots that spread damp dirt around. I'd recommend this for pet owners who fight paw prints and crumbs daily, families where meals mean frequent kitchen cleanups, and anyone who likes tinkering with app routines. If you want zero interaction beyond pressing start, you might still enjoy it, but you'll get more out of it if you customize scenarios and keep up with light station maintenance. If you have long hair in the household, budget for the all-rubber brush. If you're picky about spotless edges, use edge-hugging mopping selectively. If you have a lot of delicate clutter, keep AI.C on. It's good at staying out of trouble. In my opinion, Eufy nailed the mopping mechanics and obstacle avoidance. Carpet vacuuming is strong. Hard floor pickup can be excellent with the right brush and settings, but the default roller and the floor seal can hold it back. The software is full-featured, and although I ran into the water consistency quirk after an update, I'm optimistic that it's fixable. The dock is bulky, but I'll take the size for auto-emptying, washing, and heated drying every time. In conclusion, this robot gets me a lot closer to a hands-off routine than older models I've tried. I still do small tweaks, like setting scenarios, rinsing the filter, and swapping mop pads, but my floors look better with less effort. If mopping performance is your top priority and you have room for the station, this is a strong pick with premium features at a more approachable price point. To learn more about the Eufy X10 Pro Omni Robot Vacuum, please check the comments section. Thank you for watching.